Hello, friends, and welcome into the Red River Celebrity Softball game between Texas and Oklahoma. I am Tom Downey. Alongside me here is Harrison Graham. We're with you for all 7 innings of tonight's action. Texas Harrison coming off the win both in the regular season Red River matchup for football and in the softball game, too.
Yeah, I mean, last year we saw Texas come out and play a great game on Thursday, which people are talking might lead to a win on Saturday as well. That might not be true, but it's going to be a fun night tonight. Cloudy, there could be rain in the forecast, but stick with us. We're going to be here with you all night long, and it's going to be a fun game. Lots of notable names on both these squads, Tom.
We will talk about the actual Texas-Oklahoma football game, but right now let's talk about the softball matchup. We begin with the defending champions, Texas Longhorns, Jonathan Gray out and left, and that's not a typo, folks. Not 1, not 2, but 3 of the Clemenses, or is it Clemens I?
Clement I. Whatever you want to call it. Roger, obviously 7-time Cy Young, a winner than both of his sons in the minor leagues right now.
Casey Stutter is going to be playing catcher tonight again. It's 4 outfielders. It is softball after all, so we've got right center and left center. Quan Cosby's out in the outfield. Drew Stubbs as well, the former MLB player. Houston Street, who won the MVP last year, Harrison.
Yeah, over 300 saves in his career a couple of times. He was an all-star, so obviously a nice player there for Texas.
Jay Humphrey and B.J. Johnson will both be DHing for Texas. We'll mention this throughout the night as well, but for the first 2 innings, there are no outs. Everybody gets to bat, so expect some fireworks there early in this one. As for Oklahoma, their starting lineup here, a different look here, Harrison. Among the more notable players out there tonight, at least in terms of guys who played baseball at Oklahoma, Craig Aiken, left field, batting leadoff.
Yeah, you got Aiken leading off. He was with the Sooners just 4 or 5 years ago. Had a great career for them. Ronaldo works behind the plate as well, batting 2-hole.
Also have Chucky Caulfield out there playing right center. Tommy Harris, the NFL defensive lineman, he's DHing tonight.
Yeah, former Chicago Bears great. Good to see him out here.
Matt Bose, he's going to play as well. And then Brad Penny, yes, the MLB pitcher, actually playing third base tonight.
Grew up in Oklahoma, so the OU celebrity team decided to scoop him and Matt Kemp, who's out here as well. Not in the starting lineup.
Not in the lineup. We'll see if he plays. Oklahoma lost last year. It's a rivalry. They want to win.
It's competition.
Absolutely. The Bookouts are both playing tonight. That is Kevin Bookout and Casey Bookout. Also Daniel McCutcheon. Also recently entering the XFL draft, Ryan Broyles.
Well, you're all over that, Tom. I'm not on top of the XFL, but Bob Stoops
there will be no mock draft.
Stoops coaching XFL Dallas. He's in attendance tonight as well. We'll hear from him a little later on.
And then another notable player, Teddy Lehman, the Oklahoma former linebacker, is playing second base tonight.
Should be an exciting night between Texas and Oklahoma.
All right, guys, so we want to know, who do you have both tonight and for the actual game? We'll focus in on the softball right now. Texas or Oklahoma? Harrison, I'll toss it over to you. Who do you have?
I'll go with Oklahoma because they brought in some firepower this year, and they're
looking
looking for revenge, so I'll take the Sooners.
All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. Keep those comments going. Coming up soon, Red River Sled.
Please kindly remove your caps with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Our performer tonight grew up singing in her Texas church, and she turned that into a lifetime of performances, recordings, and spreading her motto that happiness is a choice. Ladies and gentlemen, performing the anthem tonight, national recording artist Jennifer Nickerson.
So proudly we hailed, now the twilight's last gleam, moves brushes and bright stars through the perilous flight, where the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaked. Then the rocket red glare, the long thirsting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say just that Star-Spangled
national anthem has wrapped up here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. We are still a few minutes away from first pitch in the Texas-Oklahoma Red River Celebrity Softball game. Once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Harrison Graham. Harrison, a nice night. There is the threat of rain, but so far so good here in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, and if you dig the long ball, there might be a few tonight because it's blowing out to left field tonight, Tom. Windy night. You mentioned the weather could come into play sometime around 8 o'clock, if not a little bit later. There is a chance of showers, but we're going to play some softball tonight, see how much we get in here.
The wind is helping a little bit here, blowing out towards left field.
Yes.
A little bit of a crosswind, but just enough, I think, to help some of those bigger hitters tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a fun night here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark.
God Bless America also just finished up here. For those of you just now tuning in, should be a couple minutes away here still from first pitch. There are, of course, the honorary first pitches to go here. Harrison, let's run through some of the rules, though, tonight because, as you might expect, it is not your standard softball, baseball rules here. So Texas, by the way, they are the home team tonight. Each batter for every inning is going to start with a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. We're not trying to be here till 2 a.m.
Yeah, and that's actually standard for most recreational softball leagues. Also, keep in mind, if you foul it on a third strike, you are out. It's not staying alive like it is in baseball.
Now, for the first and second innings, there are no 3 outs and you're done with the side.
Right.
All 12 batters will hit in that inning, so expect some fireworks early on.
Yeah, lots of runs. This is when you can take advantage of scoring a lot in the early going, so keep that in mind. 3rd through 6th innings, standard rules, 3 outs and the inning is over.
Let's talk here about the Oklahoma and the Texas game itself. Coming up on Saturday, the Red River Showdown. Should be a fantastic matchup here, Harrison. I'm excited to see it happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last year, for the first time in over 100 years, both but these two teams played twice. So this year, obviously Texas coming in at 4-1, Oklahoma coming in at 5-0. OU hasn't really been tested this year. This is going to be their first test. Texas has been tested against LSU, hung with them tough, did not get enough stops in that game. I'm going to get to more specific keys to the game a little later on, but obviously Texas is going to have to defend a little bit better than they did against LSU if they want to pull off the upset against Oklahoma.
Yeah, we'll get around to plenty of that matchup throughout tonight's game, in between innings when one of the coaches eventually argues with the umpire, all the fun stuff that happens here, as that is a not great honorary first pitch right there. All right, get to some more first pitches here in just a little bit. Some other rules here. From the 3rd through the 6th innings, by the way, the inning will end, at least the half inning there will end, when there are 3 outs or once there are 5 runs. There is going to be a run rule for those middle innings.
Well, that is when Matt Kemp is set to check in
Yes.
for Oklahoma, Tom. So the timing of that does tend to work out because he might drive in a ton of runs in tonight's game.
And then back to the 7th inning. At that point, unlimited runs, normal rules there. If for some reason we go to extra innings, which, by the way, we almost had happen last year. It was a 1-run victory for Texas in that game. in the event of extra innings, 1 pitch per at bat.
By the way, 2 years ago, they tied, so they said, screw that.
Which,
no
thank
more,
goodness.
No more ties, which even in celebrity softball, we got to determine a winner. So
I'm of the belief that ties are rather un-American.
Should be an exciting night tonight. Lots of notable names on both sides. Kind of a teaser, Texas OU rivalry fun before the big matchup on Saturday.
Oh, and one more note here, as you guys might expect, no bunting, no base stealing.
Bunting is for losers, especially in softball.
You can have some of those rules there, I guess, at least in softball there, so we'll see what ends up happening on that one. As we wait for the game to begin here, again, the Saturday matchup, Texas and Oklahoma. Texas Harrison, a 10.5-point favorite.
You mean dog. Oklahoma 10.5.
Oh, sorry, Oklahoma. My bad.
Yeah, over-under set at 75.5. I think both those numbers are about right. 10.5 might be a little rich, but I think there's legitimate question marks for this Texas team. Can they contain this Oklahoma passing attack? We know that secondary is inexperienced. It's been pretty shaky so far. Didn't have answers for LSU's passing game. And for Texas as well, can they find a run game in this game? It's been all on Sam Ehlinger for the most part early in 2019. Oklahoma's a little more balanced. Got, 2 good running backs in Trey Sermon and Kennedy Brooks. So lots of things to watch for in this game. I think OU being a 10.5-point favorite feels about right to me, Tom.
Good first pitch right there. Much better than the very first one we saw.
Yeah, you can't bounce it.
Which was in the grass. Not exactly ideal there. No names. And there's Bob Stoops right on cue.
Stoops on the receiving end of that one.
He is going to coach, not play tonight.
He'll be coaching next fall.
He will be, yeah.
Spring for XFL. XFL season set to kick off. They'll be playing at the Rangers' old ballpark, Globe Life Park, as they're set to move across the street to Globe Life Field. Speaking of the Rangers, we are here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. The Frisco RoughRiders,
beautiful ballpark,
AA team. Yeah, it's great out here. They got the lazy river out in right field. You guys can see a little bit of that right now.
Will we get a home run to deep right field and into the river?
It'll be tough in right because we're blowing out to left. It's going to have to be a hard pull hitter from a lefty. Can Kemp go Oppo Taco?
I would hope so. Well, here's an option for you. We'll get to the lineups here, and one guy that could make some sense here. What about Cody Clemens? As we mentioned earlier on, the Clemens, whatever term you want to call it there. Cody is a lefty.
Yeah, Clemens Cube tonight. You got all three of them, and they're all next to each other.
Oh, that's what we're going to call it. Clemens Cube. That's good.
You got Roger hitting in the 2-hole, obviously Cody, Casey. Casey is the guy who showed a lot of pop in college at Texas. I think he hit 22 home runs his last year down in Austin. So they're putting a lot of their studs early on in the lineup, but they got Drew Stubbs, Houston Street toward the bottom as well, some Major League players, obviously.
They kind of got that sneaky little back half of the order there, Quan, Stubbs,
You know what it is? They know the rules. And all 12 bat, keep in mind, guys, all 12 bat the first 2 innings, so they're kind of balancing this lineup out there on the Texas side.
Texas won last year. I think that will be a big deal for them. So that is your Texas lineup. I will make note, this will change throughout the evening.
Yes.
There will be other players for both teams coming in, so we'll do our best to keep you updated there here. Oklahoma, meanwhile, no Matt Kemp to start, but we will get him after the first 2 innings.
Classic draft and stash scenario. They scooped Matt
Kemp
off the waiver wire, got cut by the Reds in May, bringing him in for the celebrity softball game. I love this move. Very savvy by the Oklahoma squad to bring Matt Kemp in. Again, he was cut in May. MLB career in doubt at this point. But, hey, grew up in Oklahoma. And fun fact, Matt Kemp got recruited by the Sooners to play basketball. Multi-sport athlete in high school, decided to go play pro baseball. I think he made the right decision there.
Some other players here in the lineup for Oklahoma. That is Craig Aiken out in left. Ronaldo Works is going to be the catcher. Chucky Caulfield going to be in right. You will make note, 3 number 3s in the order here for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yes.
So pardon any mistakes, but we'll keep you updated.
This isn't the NFL where you sell your number and only one guy can have it. Multiple guys with the same number, so we're going to do the best we can from up here in the booth, but keep that in mind as well.
Brad Penny also in the lineup here as we are getting close to the start of the game. Texas, they are home. They will be out in the field to start. So I'm excited about this one, Harrison.
I love, by the way, the fight songs.
Yes!
This is not fun and games, folks.
No.
Like, it's competition. We got the fight songs playing.
Saw some arguing last year. It was great.
We're ready to go out here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark.
All right, so I'll give you a chance to make your prediction here, Harrison. Everyone watching as well, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, let us know your prediction. Bonus points if you throw the score. Last year, 17-16, Texas won. We had 12 runs combined in the first inning.
Man, I'm going to go the other way this year. Matt
Okay.
Kemp feels like a difference maker to me. They've strategically placed him in the 3rd and 5th innings as the game progresses to get some pop later on when outs start to factor into play. I think he's your MVP tonight. Oklahoma wins a close one. I'll go 18-15 Sooners.
All right, so you're thinking the Sooners get their first win of the series. I'll remind everyone this is just the 3rd year that this has gone on. The first year, as Harrison mentioned earlier, ended in a tie, which is not what we want, but last year, an absolute thriller, perfect weather, a fantastic game. We are back here again for the 3rd year of the Red River Celebrity Softball game. Harrison, I'm excited for this one as they go through their warm-ups here, maybe a minute or two away from
It was
the
a
first pitch.
thriller on Thursday last year and a thriller on Saturday with the football game, which is
Can we do it again?
Which is what we're hoping for again this year.
We know Tom Herman's track record. I believe the number is 15-4, 15-3, something along those lines as a head coach when he is the underdog. He's covering the spread.
Yeah, obviously it didn't work out this year against LSU. I think they missed that one by half a point.
They
but
did, because I had Texas and the points, and I felt painful.
Historically, Tom Herman, though, rises up to the challenge. It gets his teams ready for this type of game. But obviously it'll come down to the players and how they execute on Saturday. We'll get more into the Texas-Oklahoma football matchup as the game progresses here tonight.
By the way, Roger Clemens, you might have seen it there on your screen. It was only up for a half second. The back of his jersey does not say Clemens or Roger, Rocket.
I love it.
It's perfect,
Going
right?
nickname. What? Well, you got to differentiate when you have 3 Clemens.
All right, so stepping to the plate here, Craig Aiken. And I'll tell you what, Houston Street is actually going to be the pitcher here. It was supposed to be Greg Swindell. He is lined up at pitcher instead. We got the shift on Harrison. They're daring Aiken to go to the left.
Aiken played outfield at OU from 2013 to 15, 13th round pick of the St. Louis Cardinals in 2015 as well, and was in their farm system for
We got a high fly ball to deep right field, backing up. God, we got an opening home run for Craig Aiken into the lazy river.
I mentioned 13th round draft pick in 2015 of the St. Louis Cardinals, spent some time in their farm system. He's not wasting any time. High pitch, high cheese. He takes it out to right. Didn't quite get to the lazy river out there, Tom, but we questioned if it was possible. I think it's very much possible.
Very first pitch. Now, Harrison, who let Clayton Kershaw out there? Too soon?
Too soon.
Sorry, Dodgers fans out there. So again, all 12 batters will bat this inning. A leadoff homer by Craig Aiken. Next up, Ronaldo works. He hits a dribbler to second base. Going to squeak through. So 2 pitches, 2 hits for the Oklahoma Sooners, Harrison.
Off to a fast start are the Sooners, but back to that Aiken shot. That was a moonshot. It kind of, off the bat, it was like, oh, man, that's way up there, and it just kept carrying. Again, wind is blowing out more towards left, but it's kind of evened up towards center now.
Right, Chucky Caulfield will step in now. He's going to be playing right center in this one. Runner on first. Outs don't matter. Remember the top of the first inning as Caulfield gets under that one just a little bit, tracking it down here. Jermichael Finley, he'll make the grab, and retreating back to first base, Ronaldo works.
Good to see Jermichael Finley out here.
It
Obviously, you know, the way his NFL career ended, it was not ideal with the neck injury, but good to see him out here running around for the Texas squad.
All right, next up here for Oklahoma. This was supposed to be Tommy Harris. This is not Tommy Harris, though, as that one is well outside. I believe that is Jay Iaconetti at the plate. Looks like another ball there, so 2-0. Another one popped up, tracking it down is Houston Street. He makes the grab, and sticking at first base is Chucky Caulfield.
That was Iaconetti, by the way, up to the plate there. Caught the end of the bat on that one, was a little eager, got out in front of it, just lazy pop fly to Houston Street there for the easy out. And keep in mind, folks, we're batting all the way through these first couple innings. They could get out 10 times. It does not matter.
The shortstop, Matt Bowes, up now as he takes that first pitch, a called strike.
Yeah, catching the inside corner there, Tom.
Indeed. Runner on first here for Oklahoma. Liner right to short. Could have been 2, but that might go down as an error by Casey Clemens. Going to be a hit. The official scorer here rules it a hit.
Official scorer, executive producer Brett Scott ruling that one a hit. Very generous ruling
here. Yeah, a little
bit
more generous. I was the official scorer last year. That was not kind.
That is a ruling from a former college baseball player
true.
right there, Tom.
All right, Brad Penny steps up to the plate now for the Oklahoma Sooners. First and second, and the shift is on once again. A big gap at second base as Penny takes that one well inside for a ball. Nearly hit him, frankly.
Yeah, Oklahoma very savvy, getting a couple of former big leaguers
Penny lines that one towards left field. That will be dropped. Now that one's going to go down as an error. Jonathan Gray, a run will score. 2-0. The Sooners extend their lead. Gray was in fantastic position, and, it's a bigger ball. What can you do?
He's not helping the cause of running backs can't catch right there, Tom. Dropped that one out and left. That one was smoked, though. That ball was hit pretty hard. That's one of those weird ones where it's right at you, and you don't know whether to step in or step backwards, unable to squeeze.
Another line drive, that one into left field as well. That was Daniel McCutcheon. They're going to send the run home. The throw is not going to be in time. Well, it would have been, but Casey Studdard, I don't think was ready for it. Now the runners will advance to second and third, make it 3-0 Sooners.
That's a pretty good relay right there. Studdard clearly was not ready for that one at home plate.
Yeah. There, so now you're keeping track as well. The stats keep updated throughout the night here tonight. Folks, stepping up now to the plate, Kevin Bookout. I'll tell you what, folks, Bookout had a great game last year, a grand slam as he lines this one deep into left field. That is gone, a 3-run blast. Back-to-back years that Kevin Bookout in his first plate appearance hits a home run.
That's up near the concourse in left center. 364 out in left center. That ball was hit a good 380 feet on a rope, Tom. That was impressive.
An absolute blast, and you can tell left center fielder Drew Stubbs knows a thing or two about how balls look off the bat. He took 4 steps.
Yeah, it took about 3 steps. Was like, yeah, I'm not going to burn my energy on this one.
So 6-0 Boomer on fire early for Oklahoma.
Now the leading receiver in Oklahoma history, Ryan Broyles, up at the plate.
He lines that one right towards Drew Stubbs, who has to back up. He will make the over-the-shoulder grab. Texas thinks the inning's over. It's not. The umpire's waving him back on. Remember, they forgot about the rules here. We'll remind everyone as well. First inning, everyone bats.
Can we blame Drew Stubbs? I mean, he was in the bigs as recent as 2 years ago. He knows 3 outs in the inning's over. Not the case.
But Clemens is all ran in, too.
They're all active, by the way, except for Roger, although he thinks he still is.
I mean, could he do it? Maybe.
He's like the Brett Favre of Major League Baseball. Is he ever done?
All right, Casey Bookout steps up to the plate now. 1 for 2 last year with an RBI. There are just 3 more hitters left in this inning for Oklahoma. Then Texas will get their chance to cut into this early deficit. A pair of home runs, one by Craig Aiken, the other by Kevin Bookout, one to right, one to left. That pitch is in the dirt. I believe that was called a ball by the umpire, at least not a very explosive maneuver. So, as that one is popped up, as Street will charge and make the grab. A week out there.
Houston Street's ERA has never been so inflated, Tom. One of the better closers of his generation, but as we all know, slow pitch softball.
A little bit different here.
A little bit different of a game here tonight. 6-0 Sooners early.
All right, here's the pitch. That one taken for a ball. This is Teddy Lehman, I believe, at the plate here. That's a chopper here, hit hard right to the second baseman, fielded in time, and out as well.
That is Brett Bowers,
Brett Bowers here. He was in. Jack and I actually hit earlier.
Yeah, remember Yaconetti, they slid him up into the cleanup spot for Tommy Harris. We'll see if we get official word on why he's not playing in this first inning.
This one should be Teddy Lehman then stepping into the plate. Seeing enough Brett Bowers, a lefty. Make that note for future innings. This is the last batter of the inning, so he's going to keep running.
Yes.
Well, if he's smart at least. Lehman takes the first pitch. That was a strike. Remember, all batters here start with a 1-1 count, so better take a cut at the ball here. Lehman a chopper to third.
Oh.
And that will be thrown in time. Lehman did not put in much of an effort there.
Stumbled
so
out of the
6
box.
runs. Yeah.
Can't wear tennis shoes on dirt. You're not going to get
confirm.
Not going to get good traction.
The only thing
there.
worse than that is Sperry's on a basketball court.
So keep this in mind, Tom. 6-0, yeah, it sounds like a lot, but when all 12 batters bat, pretty decent work there from the Longhorns.
Take you through some of the replays of this one. Here was that 3-run home run to left field. Absolutely killed by Bookout to make it a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, the second of 2 home runs in this inning. Craig Aiken led off the game with a home run to right field as well.
So the Sooners last year, I'll remind everyone, they had 5 in the first inning. And then Texas came out firing and retook that lead here, as we'll do some other activities throughout the game in this one. in between the innings here right now is the cadet for Oklahoma, the cadets for the military and all that, for the Oklahoma delivering a softball here, which is always a good sign there.
Yeah, lots of activities planned for during the game throughout the Red River Celebrity Softball game.
Remind everyone that this Saturday is the Red River, you know what, I'm going to call it what it is. It's the shootout. I don't care if it's now the
I
showdown.
think it's the rivalry.
Okay, so it's the Red River rivalry is the top layer. The
Yes.
showdown/shootout I associate only with the football game.
Well, regardless of what it is, Tom, big-time matchup, 2 top 11 teams.
Hey, it's going to be a lot of points.
Yeah, absolutely. Over under 75.5. I would probably take the over in this one. Texas's defense has taken a step back from last year. That secondary is going to have to play a lot better if they want a chance tomorrow. And Jalen Hurts might be your Heisman Trophy favorite right now, Tom, for the
And
Oklahoma
it's a strong
Sooners.
campaign for Hurts, for Tua. Lots of different players out there. All make sense. Joe Burrow as well, who Texas has already seen. They don't want to remember it, but they've seen it.
Winner of this game takes control of the Big 12 Conference too,
absolutely.
as well. I mean, obviously these are the two teams might meet again in the Big 12 title game like they did last year.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, at this point, you watch the entire conference, these look like the best two teams.
That's what
and
I want.
It doesn't look very close.
Look, I think Texas-Oklahoma is one of the best rivalries in all of college football.
I think it's the best.
You're not going to hear much argument there for me. It's a fantastic showing each and every single year. I am excited here. Oklahoma number 6, Texas is number 11. Texas does lead the overall series, but Oklahoma's been hot.
Yeah, and keep this in mind as well. Texas needs to win this to keep their playoff hopes alive.
They do. All right, back to the game now. Jonathan Gray, as he takes the first pitch inside. Oh, might have been a strike there. This is the former Texas running back, Jonathan Gray. He takes that pitch as well.
Looking to make up for that drop in left.
Patient hitter in slow pitch softball. As Gray, with a weak dribbler, fouls it off himself. As then he overthrows.
It's been a rough start for old Jay Gray in left field.
Overthrows Kevin
He's
Book
had some
out the
tough
pitcher.
breaks in recent years.
It is. You know, it happens. What can you do? All right, so we'll try again now with Gray at the plate. That one is well in the dirt. That's going to be a walk. So an opening batter walk. Patience pays off for Mr. Gray.
Yep. Book out much more of a batter as we've seen early on in the going here. Good eye from Jonathan.
Gray, 2 for 2 last year with 3 runs. He also reached on an error, and now he's reached base again. So perfect on-base percentage. All right, the Rocket at the plate. A line drive into left field. Is it going to stay fair? It does not. That would have been extra bases.
Roger didn't even take off on that one. He
He
knew
knew
he
it.
slightly hooked that one. That ball was absolutely scorched from the Rocket.
It will be 3 straight Clemenses up to bat. Roger, Cody, Casey, at least according to our starting lineup.
Keep in mind, too, if he fouls another one off, he is out.
Correct. So a shift is now on. Second base directly behind there, and Clemens pokes that one into left field. That will drop for a base hit and flubbed in left field, but not enough to force an extra base there by Craig Aiken. So first 2 batters reach base.
Yeah, it took Roger about 15 seconds to get to first on that one, but that's not his purpose tonight. He's looking to drive in runs.
The glove boy has come out to field Clemens' glove, so I find appreciative there.
Glove boy, as we call
Yes,
him.
glove boy. I don't know what the proper term is. All right, Cody Clemens will step up to the plate now. Of course, he played at Texas from 2016 to 2018, a third-round pick by the Tigers just a year ago. As he tried to absolutely hammer that one, the toss in time to first, the runners will advance. Took a big cut. He wanted to go into right field and hit a homer.
That's
Not
what
on
we
top
call
of it.
the swinging bunt, Tom.
Yes.
He tried way too. I look at the Rocket is laughing at his son, saying, "What in the world was that?" Nice little screwball there. It looked
A
like
little
from
slow out of the
Book
box,
out
too.
there.
I think he thought that was going to go foul, but it never did.
Yeah, had weird spin on that one. It stayed fair. Moved the runners though,
Yeah,
second and
the
third
Tigers
for his
org
brother.
might not like that hit. I think that's going to go down a negative in his scouting report.
Yeah, and you've got Casey up at the
Can't
plate
resist,
now.
I'm
He's
sorry.
going to look to drive in these 2 runs.
Remember, those 2 are playing second and shortstop. A slight shift on here towards the right side of the field as Casey gets under that one as well. Got to play at the plate. That will be in time, easy out there. So maybe some poor base running there by Jonathan Gray.
Dare I say Jonathan Gray didn't play much baseball growing up?
Maybe.
Dropped the ball on left.
He got a smile on his face, though.
Took the rare walk in softball, and then a dribbler to the pitcher decides to book it home.
Runners on first and second here for Texas. Up to the plate now. Casey stuttered. Giving him some respect, at least in the infield. That one well inside. That will be a ball. So a 2-1 count now.
Yeah, looking like a power hitter up there at the plate, Tom. He's going to look for his
Absolutely.
pitch here.
Stutter did not, or played in this game last year, 0 for 2, did have an RBI, though. He hits that one to third, and Clemens is going to have to run the play at third in time. Stuttered. Safe!
Ooh.
I don't know about that one.
We've got controversy, Tom.
I think we might get an argument here. Does Bob Stoops want to come out? I thought he had him.
Hey, if we can review interference in the NFL now, I think
We
can
had a review
that.
last year.
Here's the replay right here. Let's take a look. First of all, you got to run through the bag. That's baseball 101.
He was a lineman, you know. All right, next pitch. Popped up into shallow left. That is Jermichael Finley. Dropped. Runners will advance. They're going to send him home. The throw, not in time. So a run scores. Air or a hit? They're going to go down as an air, but the run counts as Casey Clemens comes home to score. So Jermichael is on first. Stuttered is on second now for Texas. Kind of awkward, all four guys in one area. No one called it.
Yeah, by the way, it looks like Aiken has moved to center field
Interesting.
or left center, one of the center fields out there. Looks
Rex
like they've shifted a little bit.
Swindell lines one into left, but right to the left fielder. That is caught. That is. No, Craig Aiken is in center, correct there, Harrison?
Yeah, I think Craig has slid to center, so we'll see who's out there and left there. They've moved things around on the Oklahoma defense.
Might be Jay Yaconetti.
Here we go. Quan Cosby, former Texas great wide receiver.
For those of you just now joining us, it's kind of like whose line? The outs don't matter.
Yes.
The outs are points. You guys get the analogy there. For the first two innings, all 12 batters will get to bat. We are on batter number 8 now, Quan Cosby, who played both pro football and minor league baseball.
Yeah, played minor league ball before playing football at Texas.
The Angels.
Spent a couple of years in the National Football League as well. Now I think he does some stuff for Texas football broadcasts.
You are correct there. Remember, he played for the Angels for a couple of years, a 6th-round pick, went to the Texas to play football where he initially had a scholarship offer, then went to the Bengals for a couple of years, mostly as a return man in the NFL. So maybe the best athlete out here tonight, quite frankly.
Yeah, one of the best for sure as he loops that one into left center
That will
field.
drop. The runners will hold. So we got bases loaded for a former pro ball player, Drew Stubbs. We had a grand slam last year by Oklahoma.
That is what the doctor ordered if you're Texas. Get a former big leaguer in there with the bases juice. This is how you get back into this game if you're Texas.
Oh, book out signaling here to the infield. There are still 3 batters after this one, including the reigning MVP, Houston Street. The pitch, line to short. This could be to the plays to third. They finally tagged the base, but only 1 run will score. That is Casey Stuttered, so call that a fielder's choice RBI.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up Houston Street again. Texas kind of strategically balancing their lineup towards the top and the bottom. Drew Stubbs batting there on the one before. Not what you're looking for as he grounds out to shortstop.
So 6-2, still 3 batters left, including the man right now, Houston Street. And that one is bounced to home plate. That was short.
The reigning MVP of last year's game. Looking to do some damage here. A couple of runners on.
Had 2 triples last year. That one is a high fly ball backing up and making the grab is Jay Yaconetti. The runner will tag, and he will get there in time. That was a nice advancement. I believe that was Quan Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby getting over to third there, showing off that speed. Still can move around pretty well, as you said. One of the better athletes out here for the Texas squad.
So this is actually Winfred Tubbs. He's subbing in here. This was supposed to be Jay Humphrey. Tubbs is at the plate, though, instead for Texas. The pitch. Opened up his stance and got right under it. That will be caught and made by Brad Penny playing third base.
Oklahoma in good shape here, Tom. They put up a 6th spot in the first inning. This is the final batter of the bottom half for Texas. You at least got to get that runner in for third if you're Texas to cut this deficit to 3.
B.J. Johnson here, I believe.
They're going to make a change
correct.
here.
This is not B.J. Johnson. We'll get that number for you guys in just a second. Lined into left. That will bring home 1 run.
And they got to keep going here, Tom. This is the
They
last
will
batter of the
continue
inning.
to run. Brad Penny, and, well, he's just going to hold him and wait.
And
I
that's
think
going
that's
to
the
do
call
it.
it there. So Texas trails after the first inning, 6-3 against Oklahoma here. Get some highlights here as well coming up in just a second. This was the air that led to a run.
Yeah, and one of the few major league players here. I guess Craig Aiken never got to the bigs, but dropping that one there, leading to a run for Texas.
So early on here, Oklahoma holds the lead. Houston Street, he is going to remain as the pitcher tonight for Texas. At least for now. I'm sure we'll get some changes there at some point later on tonight. All right, let's talk about some keys to the game here for the actual football game. Harrison, on the Texas side.
Yeah, of course, talking about Saturday's matchup. I think for Texas, finding balance on offense. We know it's been an issue early on. Keontae Ingram's been banged up. Even when he has played, he hasn't looked quite right to me. Tom played pretty well against Oklahoma State.
He's been banged up.
Roshan Johnson's in the mix, the quarterback recruit. You got to run for over 100 yards, really, quite frankly, 150 yards. Try and keep some time in possession. So I think that's the first key for Texas, finding balance on offense.
All right, next up is feed Devin Duvernay. With Colin Johnson banged up this year, he's been fantastic.
He's been their best player. Look, you get this guy the ball, whether it's down the field, short passes, in space. He's been their most consistent receiver. They got a lot of weapons, but Duvernay's been the guy, kind of a Quan Cosby type of player, a guy who can find space and make big plays happen.
All right, let's get back to the game here. Craig Aiken at the plate. We'll get back to your third key to the game later on. As Aiken, it's a high fly ball, backing up, making the grab. So, again, no outs here. The catch was made in center field. I believe that was Drew Stubbs playing left center. He was hit it over. So, no back-to-back homers for Aiken here, Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last time he ripped that one to right. I think he tried to do it again and ended up getting just under it there, Tom.
All right, so stepping up to the plate now is Ronaldo Works. We're doing an interview on the field here, of course, so we'll get back to the game here in just a second. Here we go. The pitch by Street. Works, jumps into it, and pops it up, and that will be caught, fielded by the easy out there for Cody Clemens.
Yeah, there's Cody Clemens at second, camping under that one for the easy out.
He had, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Works singled in the first at-bat, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
He's 1 for 2 through his 2 at-bats.
Statman Harrison.
So is Aiken. Both the top 2 guys got on in the first inning, did not in the second.
Chucky Caulfield coming up now. He is a right-handed hitter, as you all can see.
Flied out to right center field his first time up.
That was a deep fly ball. Stubbs will make the grab again. A lot of action early for Drew Stubbs.
Yeah, both the right and left center field Stubbs, Jermichael Finley getting involved early as the Oklahoma batters are hitting it to the deep part of the ballpark. 400 to dead center, Tom. That's the one place you don't want to go if you were batting in this game. 335 down the lines.
Jay Yaconetti is now stepping up to the plate here for Oklahoma. Again, nobody on here for the Sooners. Unlimited at-bats this inning for all 12 hitters. 12 hitters will bat as this one is popped into foul territory, and a nice catch is made by the third baseman. A well-made play there.
Looks like Cameron Rupp
Cameron
there,
Rupp.
the former catcher at Texas. He's battled in and out of the bigs throughout his major league career. Good wheels on that one to get over there and track that one down.
He checks in. Remember, Houston Street was supposed to be at third base. He is pitching instead. Greg Swindell out of the lineup. Cameron Rupp instead at third base.
Rupp, of course, a part of that 09 runner-up team that lost to LSU in the finals of the College World Series.
Matt Bowe's up now for the Sooners. He hits a deep fly ball, backing up. That will be landing for an extra base hit. Bowe's not really trying to get to third. He'll settle for a double. An easy stand-up one there. That went about, 370 maybe, somewhere in that.
360, 370. Good
rip there. A little bit further out where that was.
One of the bigger areas to hit the ball out there on left. Good drive there to get a double there.
All right, stepping up to the plate now is Brad Penny, a runner in scoring position. The pitch, that one is a little bit underneath it, coming up, and we got a catch there, a little bit confusion there. I don't think Jonathan Gray saw that ball.
Gray wasn't going to take control of that one, as it has been a rough go right there, as Russell gets under that one for the easy out.
All right, so we'll be coming back here. Now, number 27, Daniel McCutcheon. So Sooners had 6 in the first, nothing so far. We're halfway through the order. All 12 batters will hit this inning as McCutcheon takes the first pitch for a ball. The shift is on as well, Harrison.
Yeah, still 6-3 in this one as they're shifting for the righty toward the left side of the infield.
Should be a 3-0 count now for McCutcheon.
3-1, Tom.
3-1, you're right. Forgot about the other one. McCutcheon pops that one up out of play, and no one wanted to catch it in foul territory.
Yeah, free souvenir and no interest out there down the third baseline.
A couple guys were in the area, and they kind of pulled their arms back away last second. Kind of found one of the few empty seats out there on the left
Let's get
field
Mitchell
line.
Rentz down there. Can you track that one down for us?
The pitch again. That one is lined into left field. Backing up is Gray and Stubbs. They're not going to get it off the wall. That will score 1 run. McCutcheon thinking a triple here. And are they going to send him home? They will. McCutcheon wants the inside the park homer. He's got it standing up. 8-2. The Sooners extend the lead.
Yeah, a little more emphasis on the running there than a couple of batters ago for the Sooners.
He wanted it.
That ball caromed as Stubbs was trying to track it down, and Jonathan Gray was as well. Hits the inside of the wall, as you're going to see here, and angles towards center field. Made it tough to track down. The relay throw came in, and it was not on target, therefore leading to an inside the park home run.
8-3, correction, is the score. That's my mistake there, folks. Kevin Bookout homered earlier. Takes first pitch ball. Some respect by Houston Street.
Yes. They might just put him on here, Tom.
Yep. Well, he chops that one foul down the left field line out in front of it.
Yeah, I just missed that one. Was out in front. That would have been extra bases if it stayed fair.
Yeah. A couple homers already tonight for the Sooners, one of which was an inside the park we just saw from Daniel McCutcheon, the former pitcher for the Sooners. This is Kevin Bookout, who played both basketball and track. He was a shot putter. You can see the strength come through tonight. That one is lined into left center field. That will drop for a base hit. And then a flub by Stubbs, and Bookout will advance. The throw, not going to be in time. That's going to be a single and an error.
Yeah, single and an error there leading to the advancement to second there. Drew Stubbs, expect a little better from the one of the better defensive center fielders.
Lackadaisical fielding there.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, coming up now, I believe that's Ryan Broyles at the plate, takes the first pitch.
You know, I really thought Broyles was going to be a stud in the NFL.
I
Put
did
up just
too.
monster numbers at Oklahoma.
He gets under that one a little bit, but it will be caught. A nice sliding grab there by Drew Stubbs, making up for it.
That was.
That's actually
that's Russell
correction
out there.
there. That's not Drew Stubbs. That is actually number 51, James Russell, the left-handed pitcher.
By the way, looks like the Horns
Hey, wait a minute.
are playing 5
wait
in the
a minute.
outfield right now.
I think we got a cheater out here for Texas.
They got 5 out there.
They got 5 outfielders out there, as that one is lined to the first baseman, Clemens, who will throw it on in time to Street. Runner on third now. We were told they're only supposed to have 4 outfielders. I see 5 out there. 5 outfielders, so either they changed the rules and forgot to tell us, plausible, or we got a cheater.
Or Texas is pulling out all the stops to get back into this one.
All right, that makes sense. All right, so the pitch is on, and that one taken for a ball. I believe that is that is Brett Bowers, excuse me. Chopper foul over his head. So 8-3.
Bowers
2 more batters left here for Oklahoma.
Bowers trying to swing for the fences on that one, got way out in front of it.
The pitch is lined and off the glove of Casey Clemens. That was almost one heck of a defensive play. Instead, that's going to go down as a base hit and a run scored. 9-3. The Sooners now lead by 6.
Yeah, the lack of height there really showing, Tom. If he needed about 3 more inches to get up for that
Might
one.
not have been that much more. That was right at the top of his glove. Almost perfection there. Up to the plate now, Teddy Lehman. Of course, you will have the runners going. Brett Bowers will be running on contact here. The last batter of the inning. That one taken for a ball. 2-1. Got it right that time, Harrison. The pitch. Left field, Jonathan Gray makes another error. The throw to third. They're going to hold a mistake. This is the last runner of the inning. They'll make the tag.
He's out.
The Clemenses are aware. See how quick Cody turned around on that one. He was prepared for it.
Yeah, Ryan Broyles not showing much interest in following the rules there, Tom, as he needed to go there.
9-3 here. This was another one of the runs here by the Oklahoma Sooners as they extend their lead by 3 runs. This was the inside the park home run by Daniel McCutcheon. Took a good bounce off that left center field wall. Russell tracked it down, but he had all the time in the world to get home and score on that one, Harrison.
Yeah, poor relay throw coming in at the end here, which led to him being able to score on that one, Tom. The ball carried him to a perfect spot out in left center field.
We move now to the bottom of the second inning, and we will head to finish up the keys to the game for Texas. Harrison, that the game interrupted. It's the turnovers, which was key against West Virginia.
Yeah, obviously the quick recap on the first two,
Yes.
finding that balance with the run game, helping Sam Ehlinger out, get Devin Duvernay involved early and often. And to me, not only do you have to win the turnover battle, you got to get 2 turnovers at least in this
Yes.
game, whether it's 2 Jalen Hurts picks, whether it's a special teams turnover, a fumble, whatever it is. Texas is I don't want to say they're undermatched in this game, but Oklahoma is the favorite. You have to make something happen on defense or in special teams. Create a turnover somewhere that you're not normally going to make. Got to do that in this game on Saturday if you're the Longhorns. Remember last year they picked off Kyler Murray early in that game, and I think it set the tone for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, we get back to the game now. Later on, the Oklahoma keys to the game. But for now, we are in the bottom of the second inning. Once again, everyone gets to bat, all 12 for Texas. Jonathan Gray up. He gets under that one again. Flies it to straightaway center field. That one is caught for the out. 5 outfielders for Oklahoma. So they changed the rules. Didn't tell us. Ryan Broyles there, by the way, making the catch.
Jonathan Gray was not going to walk again in this contest. He was going to swing the bat and hit it right to Ryan Broyles.
Texas fans, I apologize for calling you cheaters. I was wrong.
Hey, look.
I'm sorry.
The rules are what they are. No one gave us a memo. We can only assume that they were looking for that competitive edge.
Guess both teams won it there. All right, so we'll get back to the game here.
I don't know how you find a hole in the outfield, Tom.
We have a pinch hitter here for Texas. This is supposed to be
I think
Roger
this is B.J.
Clemens.
Johnson
This is
here,
B.J.
Tom.
Johnson now at the plate as he gets under that one. Caught. That's Ardron Tinnell, the catcher. The Rocket
jabbing back
had
and-
his at-bat, and now he's out.
Yeah, he's tired of running there, Tom, as he's just hanging out. But B.J. tried to swing for the fences there, and it went a total of 3 feet.
Looks like another pinch hitter. Have to get the number here for Texas.
This looks like Chris Owens,
I believe you're right.
Tom.
This is Chris Owens.
And if you see those 32s on the front of the jerseys,
yes.
keep that in mind. They honored him in pregame. Cedric Benson tragically dying in the last 6 weeks or so, Tom. They are honoring him here tonight.
As another poor hit, but that's going to drop foul. It was kind of a weak swing there by Owens.
This is looking rough early for the Horns.
Yeah.
I picked
great.
Texas or OU early in a tight one, but the Sooners might just run away with this one if they don't get something going here on the Texas side of things.
Lacks some flexibility in that swing. all wrists,
tight.
all wrists, a little tight.
It's like me on the golf course.
I don't want to see you on the golf course, Harrison. That one popped up towards second base. I believe that's Teddy Lehman who kind of leaps up to make the catch. It
Yeah.
is Teddy Lehman.
A little extra there for the Sooners, but slow start to the second inning for Texas as they are trying to make something happen down 6 runs early on in this contest.
So let's see who's stepping up here. Looks like the Clemens' evening might be done. I'll get the number here for you guys in just a second. That one popped up. That's MJ McFarland. That will be caught, so 3 up, 3 down. Of course, bottom of the second. Oh,
That was the Happy Gilmore skip and swing on that one. He tried to get a couple steps into that swing. Did not work out as the Texas reserves are not bringing it early on in the second inning. It's been an ugly shot.
Not so far there for Texas. All right, stepping up to the plate now.
See who we got here for Texas.
The lineups, of course, will change each inning, so we're flying by the seat of our pants here.
Literally.
That is number 2. That is, I believe, Sloan Thomas as he hits one to short. The throw in time. Beautiful play right there by Matt Bowes. Of course, the former baseball player makes the great play.
Yeah, it was Sloan Thomas on that one, Tom. Little jabber there to shortstop and makes the easy play over to first base. Sooners defense showing off this inning.
And now we have a name I think many of you are familiar with. That is Roy Williams, the wide receiver. The safety, we are told, is also here tonight for Oklahoma.
Yes.
This one is the Texas Roy Williams. Takes that first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, wearing the sweatpants here tonight is Roy.
That one right to the third baseman who fielded it, and Roy Williams not going to make much of an effort, so ends up being a very nice play there by Brad Penny, who stood strong.
Yeah, Roy is not trying to pull a hammy
he's not.
in his post-NFL career. He was not going to run that one out.
All
Took
right.
a nice little tough bounce there for Penny, knocking it down with the chest and making the throw across the diamond.
This is Chris Dowling, a producer now up at the plate.
They got to get something going here, Tom.
They do. They need to wake up. That one into left field, but tracked down and caught. I believe that's Chucky Caulfield out there.
Now, looks like
Or actually, that might have been Craig Aiken.
Could have been. Now, here's the thing, guys. With the addition of the 5th outfielder, they're all over the place now. So our lineups we were given at the beginning here aren't exactly what they are now.
This is Brandon Mouton up at the plate now.
Brandon Mouton, former basketball player, was on the 2003 Final Four team that lost to Syracuse, scored 25 points in that game.
A bit of a rough going here early on in the inning for Texas. Yet to get a batter on as that one chopped to short, fielded cleanly, the throw in time. Another out for Texas.
Something you don't hear often, Tom. Oklahoma playing stellar defense right now.
Harrison. It's been a while, right?
It's been a while. Alex Grinch has the guys on Saturday playing a little better. We see if they do that again this week.
Here's the pitch. That one inside, taken for a ball. So it is 9-3. Oklahoma leads over Texas. That one is also a ball. Here's the pitch again. That one swung on, contact made, but fielded and thrown in time. A nice scoop and score there.
I believe that was Will Matthews.
You're right, number 19.
There, Tom. And number 19 making that number change just before the first pitch tonight. We were told he'd be 37. He's actually wearing number 19 as he was thrown out in a tight play at first base on that one.
I believe that this is Jonathan Scott stepping in now. I believe.
Nice dig at first base, by the way.
Nice play. It's Casey Book out. So bottom of the second, again, Texas gets to bat everybody, but no one's gotten on yet. That one is popped up. It is Jonathan Scott, fielded cleanly.
This is a rough showing here, Tom.
Indeed. We might have one more batter for Texas. Yes, we do. Yeah, Harrison, I'll be blunt here. I believe they tossed out the lesser hitters this inning.
I think they're trying to stack it up for the end of the game.
This is Jeff Willett at the plate right now, a music producer.
Late addition to the roster for the Texas squad.
That one taken.
Smaller strike zone here, Tom.
Harrison. They got a hit, though. Last at bat, he pops that one up into shallow center, and that one is made. So 12 up, 12 down for Oklahoma.
Has that ever happened in the history of softball?
I'm sure at some point.
A hitless inning for 12 straight batters in slow pitch softball.
Here's a replay from earlier on in this inning. This was the nice scoop and score from, or the nice scoop in the field on the Will Matthews ground out, but it has been a interesting showing there from Texas in the bottom of the second. They trail by 6.
I think interesting is the politically correct word there, Tom, on that one, as he was thrown out there at first.
All right, so a reminder from last year's Red River Showdown. It was an absolute thriller, Harrison. Texas took a big lead, and then Oklahoma rallied back, but Dicker the kicker stepped up.
Yeah, Oklahoma played, came out slow in this game. Texas set the tone and blew a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter before Oklahoma rallied to tie it. Cameron Dicker with that game-winning field goal at the end with just about 10 seconds left.
And that's Sam Ellinger there, who had a fantastic showing as well. And then the Big 12 championship game, a reversal of fortunes for Oklahoma.
Yeah, 39-27 final here. Kind of the opposite of what the game was earlier in October. Kyler Murray had a huge game, punching their ticket to the 2018 college football playoff.
All right, we can resume now for the third inning of this one. Arden Tennell flies that one, and there's an error in center field. Again, so for the third inning, folks, a reminder, everybody, the rules have changed now. 3 outs or a maximum of 5 runs. Nothing else. So at most, Oklahoma can lead 14-3.
Also, at most, Texas can only cut it to a 1-run game. So if you're the Horns, you need a quick inning here to get back to the plate.
Joaquin Iglesias at the plate. Now that one bounces forward. Shout out Oklahoma for sticking by their lineups.
Yeah, Bob Stoops doing an interview down on the field right now for Oklahoma.
3-1 count now is a couple pitches in the dirt with a runner on first. Nobody out. That one is skied out in towards center field. Shallow, the outfielders converging. That one is made. 1 down.
Yeah, quick out there for Texas. Should be 2 quick outs, but they made the error on the first one. Got to limit the damage here because, like you said, Tom, the maximum is 5 runs this inning. The Horns already down 6.
Stepping up to the plate now, that is Tommy Harris, who hits one just past a diving, outstretched arms third baseman. Runners on first and second now for Texas. That was just past Cameron Rupp at third base.
Yeah, Tommy Harris, the veteran Chicago Bear, played 7 or 8 years in the NFL. Good player, ripping that one to left field. Just shy on the diving attempt there at third base.
I believe this is Kevin Bookout, and actually, I think this is Matt West, excuse me. This is
number
Matt West.
34 is for Oklahoma.
That one is a ball, so this is indeed Matt West up to the plate now. That pitch is hit high into left field. Backing up and making the grab is your left center fielder.
That's Russell again there, Tom.
There's Russell. So 2 down, first and second.
Big opportunity here for Texas. You can get out of this inning with no runs given up, which frankly is what you need after the last at-bat.
David Robinson now at the plate for Oklahoma. He has trained NFL receivers like Antonio Brown, Des Bryant, Ryan Switzer. His first pitch is hit out of play.
Yeah, Cam Rupp wasn't going to make a play on that one.
No. He was excited to move, but then he kind of dialed it back.
Took
just
the 2 steps and backed off there.
The undersized Robinson played at Oklahoma. Here's the pitch. A lot of backspin on it. That is a dribbler to the pitcher. The throw will be in time. So Texas, after a bad bottom of their inning, they allow 0 runs at the top of the third for Oklahoma here. A good showing there by Texas, both defensively and pitching, I guess, at some point.
No damage done there for Oklahoma's offense. So still a 6-run game here. Texas coming to the plate. Need to scratch and claw for 3 or 4 runs here probably to get back into this one. And again, guys, 7-inning ball game tonight. Could see some showers later on in the evening. As of now, they have held off. Wind is blowing out to left center field right now.
Knock on wood, it looks pretty good here, Harrison.
Yeah, it looks like it's cleared up a little bit, so we'll see what the forecast is telling us in the next couple of minutes or so. But it's been a beautiful night out here so far in Frisco.
Let's remind everyone of what has happened this past, not quite 10 years, because there was a double matchup last year, which I love, by the way. Harrison, take us through the recent history of the Red River rivalry.
Of course, the Big 12 bringing back the Big 12 title game a couple of years ago. They met in it last year. That's when Oklahoma got the revenge. It was a classic at the Red River Showdown at the Cotton Bowl last year, 48-45 Texas in that one. Of course, in 2017, in Tom Herman's first year, almost pulled the upset. Sam Ehlinger making one of his first starts there. They lost 29-24 in that one. Baker Mayfield and company getting it done.
The trend the past 5 years, Harrison, it's been close.
Yes.
Very, very close matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. In 2015, that was the Charlie Strong's best win of the
Texas
of his
is
era.
back.
That was improving to 2-4.
Now, which back was that again?
About the 9th one.
Okay.
Didn't quite get back on that one. They would later lose to Kansas.
Back to the game as Jonathan Gray flies out to open things up. I believe we have the Rocket coming back up to the plate here.
Yeah, so Texas might be bringing some of their better batters up to the plate this inning.
Looks like, Roger, we'll see who it is here in just a second for you guys. A very strange shift on there for Texas.
Playing
For
deep
Oklahoma.
in left center, Tom.
Here's the pitch. That one is inside, taken for a ball. As they couldn't do some trivia right now on the field. I believe that is the Rocket.
Yeah,
Tough to tell when they don't quite turn their shoulders enough back to us here. We are right behind center field, or behind the catcher here at Dr. Ballpark. That one inside for a ball. Clemens, that is Roger. He will take his base, so a one-out walk here for Texas.
How long will it take him to get to first here, Tom? He's going to take his time.
Pimp the walk. That's all I can say.
And guess what? He can take his time. It's the
can.
Rocket
He can.
after all.
All right, so the Texas, you're right. We were right, Harrison. They have brought back out their better hitters. Cody Clemens, who I believe grounded out.
Yeah, grounded out in the first.
Oh, because he went for the home run and topped it.
Yes.
Here's the pitch. That one inside. Nearly hit him. Trying to back off the minor league player off the plate.
Stick the elbow out there. Some gamesmanship.
Clemens lines that one into center field. That will drop for a base hit. The Rocket hustling. He's going to barely get there.
Can we get a pinch runner out there for Roger? This is.
Let one of his other kids come out.
Yeah, let's get. Hey, Jonathan Gray's not hitting well.
when he played running back.
Can he pinch run?
Before those unfortunate injuries, which I thought
Yeah.
sapped what would have been a really good career for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Tore the Achilles twice, which is something you never want to see. But good to see him out here tonight.
So 1 out, runners on first and second. Texas trails by 6 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Casey Clemens now at the plate. He hits a high fly ball deep into right field. That one is out of here. A home run, a 3-run shot as all 3 Clemens come home to score.
That ball landed about 2 feet shy of landing in the lazy river
did.
out there in right field. Caromed off the little waterfall out there. Came back into the field of play, but obviously it was a home run. 9-6. Horns crawling back into this one. That second inning, I guess they tanked that second inning, Tom. Might have paid off in the end.
Clemens cubed steps up big here for Texas. They cut the lead down to 3 in the bottom of 3.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter off the bat, Tom, as he got a hold of that one.
Casey stuttered up at the plate now. Big leg kick, but pulls that one foul down the 3rd base line.
Try to go Manny Ramirez on that one with the high leg kick there.
That
Did not
replay
pay
there,
off.
the Clemens brothers liked that one quite a bit. They
Yes.
enjoyed that. All right, so again, the 3rd inning, maximum of 5 runs. Texas has 3 with only 1 out. Sutter takes that one. Oh, a strikeout looking. It exists in slow pitch softball here tonight, folks.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, there it is.
You really hate to see
I
it.
thought you were going to do it in the bottom of the second.
no,
you held
the
it
no,
for a good one.
The no swing taking strike 3 in slow pitch softball. It's brutal. And now, who is that? Is that
That's
Jermichael
Jermichael Finley.
Finley? Just caught that pitch.
And he pulls one down to 3rd. It's flubbed. The throw, not in time. And now Finley's going to try and extend it out, get to 2nd. He will. Now we got a runner in scoring position, 2 out.
On back-to-back pitches, Tom, a looking strike 3, and then Jermichael Finley catching a pitch.
I think that actually might have been Will Matthews, by the way, folks.
Will Matthews, whoever it was.
Goes down as 2 errors in the official scorebook. That one a little bit underneath it, but doesn't have enough carry. It's cutting hard to right field. That will be dropped. It was 1 out, so the runner will advance to 3rd, and now we got a potential pickle
here comes
play
Finley,
here.
maybe. They're going to run him
First
back.
and 3rd, I'll tell you what. I believe that was Cameron Rupp who hit that. That was smart base running by Will Matthews just to get his runner back to 1st.
Yeah, sorry, I said Finley. It was Matthews over there at 3rd base. It looked like he might go home, but they're holding him at 3rd. Got runners on the corners. Opportunity to get another run here, Tom.
Did not see who's stepping up to the plate here for Texas. The pitch, though, lined into left field. That's Quan Cosby.
Yeah, it's Cosby.
Foul into the stands. That one was caught that time.
No mistake that
No
time.
mistake by the fans out in left field, so we like to see that. Only been a couple of those chances tonight. 1st and 3rd. Here's the pitch from to Cosby. He takes that one. Ooh, I
That
thought
was
he was going to ring him up.
2 outs in the inning, Tom.
2 outs, you're right.
Flew out early on.
Chopper to
didn't strike
3rd,
out.
fielded cleanly. They're
here
going to
comes-
try and go to home with it. Now we got a pickle. Matthews.
Overthrow!
Oh, in the air, over the head. The run will score. 2nd and 3rd just back in time as well.
That's savvy from Matthews, because if he doesn't come home, that's an easy throw to 1st. Tempted the 3rd baseman to come home with it. Forced them to make a mistake, which they did. 9-7 Oklahoma, as Texas has scored 4 times this inning.
So they have room for 1 more run, and then they are capped out at their 5.
Yes.
Looks like Drew Stubb is at the plate now for Texas. As he lines that one, that should drop, and it will. So the only run that matters will score. So 9-8 here in this one. That will do it for the inning. A very strong inning by Texas, Harrison.
Yeah, good effort there from Yakinetti trying to track that ball down at shortstop, but you needed the 5 runs. You got it if you're Texas, and now it's a 1-run game, whole new ball game.
And so we'll head to the top of the 4th inning here. That was your final run. This one here, we'll get to it in just a second on our replay here, was the home run.
Yeah.
An absolute blast, a 3-run shot.
Ball was absolutely smoked by Casey Clemens here. Driving in,
a
Cody
hanging curve. What do you
and
expect?
the Rocket.
Yeah.
3
Oh,
Clemens score on this one.
That one hit that about halfway up
4 more feet.
That wall out there, the lazy river for the Frisco RoughRiders.
It's the Frisco version of the McCovey Cove, if you will.
Not quite
We're
the
trying
same,
out
it works.
here.
Is it the Diamondbacks ballpark that has the pool?
Angels.
Angels.
Yes.
One of the 8 teams.
Yeah, so 9-8 Oklahoma through 3 innings. Second inning went the Sooners' way. Third inning, Texas responds with 5 runs. Been an exciting night so far, Tom.
It absolutely has been so far. We will head now to the 4th inning. Now, I will make note, according to our lineup sheet, we were supposed to see Matt Kemp last inning for Oklahoma. We did not. Maybe they'll make a change here. But first, how about the Big 12 recruiting update for us, Harrison?
Yeah, and obviously, we've talked about Tom Herman turning things around down there in Austin. He's done it. It starts on the recruiting trail. He's done that. They've got the top recruiting class in the Big 12 right now. Oklahoma coming in right behind them at number 2. How about Matt Campbell at Iowa State?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so impressed with what this guy does, bringing in quality players. Kansas and Texas Tech rounding out your top 5. Les Miles trying to get things going up there in Lawrence.
We are batting a little bit out of order here, but that's okay because we can do whatever we want in this one. Brett Ryle coming up to the plate here for the Oklahoma Sooners. He was an offensive lineman who played in the Arena League as he hits one chopper to short and then fielded by the third baseman. Throws in time. You know what? Whatever works there in the end. A nice play by Cameron Rupp, showing up one of the Clemens brothers out there. But they like it.
Yeah, the Texas squad here has really gotten on track, Tom. After that second inning, the defense is making plays. Offense got going last inning. 20 minutes ago, this looked like Oklahoma might run away with things. We've got a 1-run ball game here in the 4th.
Jeremy Beal is now stepping up to the plate here as that one is outside for the Sooners. So a 2-1 count now. The pitch, that one underneath it. Pop up and a sliding. Oh, he drops the catch. That will go down as a hit. That's Cody Clemens, a little bit slow to get up there.
Oh, he's great. Look he picked up a mic. I think they've got him mic'd up out there, Tom. He's got something going on.
Oh, he might have broken it.
Love the effort. Really should have made that play. It was right there.
A little bit dangerous
there. I think he was worried about Houston Street
for a
coming in
ball
on the
player.
collision. Yeah, I don't think the Tigers.
I believe we just had a pinch runner at first base. I'm not sure. We'll check in on that.
So here's the pitch here. Swing and a miss. What's worse, swinging and missing in slow pitch softball or taking a strike 3?
Taking. It's absolutely taking. This is Cody Webster, by the way, bull rider.
Yeah, professional bull rider Cody Webster here. Good thing baseball wasn't his sport, Tom.
Exactly. So 1 out, runner on first. Outside, not by much though. That was close. I don't think the ump wants to ring up anyone else tonight. That one again underneath it in an awkward position. That one caught.
Lots
Houston
of action.
Street.
The very rare play in softball where Houston Street's made 3 or 4 plays tonight. Tracking that ball under that one, so easy out there for Texas.
I did not see who's stepping up here. I believe this is Jonathan Jackson. It is indeed the
Yes.
former Oklahoma defensive lineman. He's never lost to Texas.
Never.
This could be the first time tonight.
This could be the first time.
It counts. These are competitive people.
Yes.
That one is a ball short of the plate. Runners will be going. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, it's a 5-run cap, innings 3 through 6 here. That's why Texas couldn't keep that last inning going. They were down 9-3, scored all 5 runs.
That one is lined to the second baseman who'll field it on 1 hop and toss it. The Clemens is brother-to-brother action right there. Ends the inning. So the Texas has stepped up. Texas is just stepped up in general.
They
here.
just took the second inning off. No big deal.
They redshirted.
Yes. They got the
kind of works.
They got the scrubs in.
Yeah.
Got them their mandatory at bats, and now they're ready to go.
All right, so we'll get back to the game here in a little bit, but how about we take you around the college football world here, Harris, in the AP Top 25. He changed this week. Ohio State now tied with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, my money. Look, I think Ohio State looks like the best team in the country. The poll voters, the lazy AP voters using that preseason rankings there. Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and LSU rounding out your top 5. LSU, Florida this weekend, Tom, should be a good one. That'll shake things up for sure.
Oklahoma 6, there they are. Florida 7, Wisconsin 8, Notre Dame is number 9, Penn State is number 10. A chance for some major movement.
Yeah,
this
Penn
week.
State goes to Iowa this Saturday for a chance at a marquee win. Big chance for the Nittany Lions as they round out the top 10.
All right, guys, also make sure you are subscribed to us here on YouTube, youtube.com/chatsportstv. You see it there on your screen. We will keep you guys updated on the AP Top 25 poll. We'll also do projected college football playoff rankings for you guys. We'll keep you updated on that one. Texas, of course, they're number 5. There's going to be movement in the top 15 this week, Harrison.
Yeah, absolutely. Auburn coming in at number 12. They lost their first game last week, and they've got an excellent resume, though, so far, Tom. The rest of their schedule, really, they'll have the opportunities moving forward. Oregon at number 13. They play, I believe, tomorrow night against Colorado. Big test for them. Boise State, Utah rounding out the top 15.
Some potential there for deadly Pac-12 after dark,
Yes.
by the way.
Also on Saturday night, you've got a good one in Washington and Arizona for a Pac-12 after dark game. 16 through 20, Michigan, Iowa, Arizona State,
Houston
Wake Forest.
Street, a high fly ball back toward left center field. That one will be caught for the out. So 1 up, 1 down for Texas.
Defense starting to come into play here, Tom. First inning and a half or so, they were obviously all 12 batters got to bat, but we're seeing some good plays out here. Street flight out on that one.
I believe this is Winfred Tubbs. There are 2 44s tonight. It is indeed Winfred Tubbs. The pitch, Tubbs lines that one right to the shortstop. Easy play right there. So 2 up, 2 down. Stepping up to the plate now, James Russell, the lefty, pitcher out of Texas. Here's the pitch. That one is a high fly ball to center field, a little bit underneath it. 3 up, 3 down, so a quick 4th inning all around for Oklahoma and Texas, Harrison.
Yeah, that lasted about 25 seconds
Yeah, it
on
was
the
quick.
Texas side of things. Quick 3 outs there, just what the doctor ordered for Oklahoma. So they maintained that 1-run lead after not scoring in the top half of the 4th inning.
Had a first pitch right around, I believe it was 7:20, 25, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
So this game's about, an hour old at this point as we progress into the 5th inning here.
And so the Texas leading rush, talking more about the upcoming game, the Red River Showdown, shootout, whatever you call it. How about their ground game, Texas? It's been a problem this year, Harrison.
Yeah, Roshan Johnson, the freshman quarterback, they've moved him to running back because they're so thin. Keontae Ingram's been in and out of the lineup, and quite frankly, Sam Ehlinger being on that list, that's a bit of a problem. You shouldn't feel like you have to run him that much.
But find someone who loves you like Texas loves the quarterback dive on the goal line.
And I love it on the goal line. That's where
works.
you need to utilize it. For Oklahoma, Kennedy Brooks has been banged up. Trey Sermon, obviously, as well. Ramondre Stevenson getting involved early in the season. I think the team that's more balanced on Saturday, Tom, because both these teams can get a little pass-heavy at times. The more balanced team, I think, will be the winner on Saturday.
Yeah, indeed. So Stevenson, a JUCO, just arrived at Oklahoma this year. Brooks has been a bit banged up, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's the ground game for Oklahoma. Every year, they're good at it.
They got tons of running back talent back there.
They do indeed.
In
It's been
Norman.
successful.
And Jalen Hurts runs it pretty well as well.
He does. He would have been their 3rd leading rusher, but we wanted to focus on Brooks, too, who is a great player in his own right.
Yes.
All right, so back to the game here. Top of the 5th inning for the Sooners. This is Dane Zaslow, I believe, the former fullback. First pitch, taken inside for a ball. Been a fairly quick game so far tonight. Temperatures have dropped. Lights are on. That one hit for a base hit. Let's see if Zaslow wants to extend it. He will not. I believe that was Quan Cosby at short. Maybe. Tough to tell these numbers all the way back up here behind home plate.
Yeah, Cosby is in it short right now there, Tom. Good piece of hitting there, finding the hole between Cosby and the third baseman as well. Good start to the 5th inning for the Sooners.
All right, so stepping up to the plate now, I believe this is Billy Dawson this time around. That one is hit as a chopper to short. He flubs it. It could have been 2. And I believe Billy Dawson has pulled a hamstring here. He is limping his left leg in pain. We'll see if we have a substitution. It might have been a calf muscle. And, Oklahoma taking advantage of this one. The pinch runner is Ryan Broyles.
Yeah, that's one of those, it sucks he got hurt, but also, hey, Ryan Broyles gets the pinch run.
That one inside, taken for a ball. Did not catch the number here for you. We'll get it to you in just a second. Here's the pitch from Houston Street. Jumps into it. Underneath it is Curtis Lofton. That one will drop for a hit, though. They're going to send Zaslow home. He will score, and the runner will advance to 3rd. And I don't know about that one from Houston Street.
He had the out at second.
Lofton.
had the out at second. Pump fake, did not throw it, did not want another run to score, but Oklahoma getting on the board here in the 5th inning.
As the wind has now picked up, it is now blowing in from center field, so a wind has changed. It feels like a cold front too, Harrison. I think the rain might be coming in the near future.
Yeah, temperatures expected to drop throughout the night. High of 62 tomorrow.
That one is a chopper to short. Run will score, and I don't know what that was. Texas tosses it to second base. There was nobody on first, so a mental error there as another run scores.
Yeah, Cosby, mental error there. Thought there was a runner on first. Clearly, for some reason, did not know that there wasn't a runner on first. So everybody's safe.
Dear.
Runners on the corners. A big opportunity for Oklahoma here.
Nobody out. Tommy Harris lines one to short, and another flub. We'll see if the official scorer rules that. That's going to be ruled as a hit. So shortstop catches a break there, but that is now 3 runs that have come home and scored. Reminder, the maximum is 5 here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, lots of action from Quan Cosby in this inning, and breaking news, none of the plays have worked out in his favor.
No, they have not. Here's the pitch. A dribbler by Adrian Tennell. That one is out at first. So second and third with 1 out. And Clemens just getting some arm work. Or that's actually
Swindell.
That's Greg Swindell, yeah.
Swindell checking in at first.
They're both wearing 21 tonight.
Got to limit the damage here. If you can get out of this with no more runs, you're down 4. You can score up to 5 in your next at bat. You're okay if you're Texas. Runners on second and third, though. Oklahoma could extend the lead here. 1
out. It is Craig Aiken, who will remind you, first pitch of the game, a home run to right field.
Yeah, former draft pick, played baseball at Oklahoma. He's got some pop in that swing.
Here's the pitch. Aiken, that one is in the gap for at least 1 run. Aiken is going to try and get to second. A little bit of a slow base running here by Tommy Harris. Hey, look, he was a defensive lineman. I understand the slowness there, but he would like to score that one.
Yeah, you know,
that
who
would have
knows how
ended
the hamstrings are these days for Tommy Harris, but another run in for the Sooners. They've extended that lead out to 5.
So 1 out here. Or 2 out. 1 out here for Texas, or for Oklahoma. Runner on first and third. 4 runs have already scored. The maximum is 5.
Yeah, so this will almost certainly be the last batter regardless. It's either going to be the last out or a runner will score.
Well, that one is a high fly ball to right field. Carrying.
Find the seats.
Foul. That would have been the end of the inning. So we'll try it again. Good contact, though. That one carried quite a distance. As the wind has picked up here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Originally tonight it was blowing out more towards left center field. It has now reversed course, blowing towards the first base line.
Yeah, we've maybe seen the end of the long ball tonight here.
Well, right on cue, a liner and an air. Again, Jonathan Gray has had a rough showing in the outfield. That will get Oklahoma's 5th run across the plate here. That will do it for the inning. A big inning for Oklahoma here at the top of the 5th. They extend their lead 14-8.
Yeah, 14-8 there, and not what you were needed if you were Texas. They can't even tie the game next thing. Best they can do is cut it to 14-13. So Quan Cosby, Jonathan Gray, tough defense in that inning for the former Texas football players.
So Texas now, though, with a chance to redeem themselves heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Before we get there, though, let's talk about the coaches in the actual game. Everyone else, by the way, vote who you've got, Texas or OU. Lincoln Riley, everyone wants him, at least in the NFL, Harrison.
I mean, everybody wants him, period, right? I mean, this is the best young mind in football, college and the NFL for my liking. Maybe Sean McVay has an argument there, but Lincoln Riley has been terrific. It's not a surprise that Bob Stoops stepped down because they did not want to lose this guy. You see what he's done in his short time there, 29-4, been to the playoff twice. 2-1 against Texas, split last year, obviously. That offense is humming yet again with Jalen Hurts. And for Tom Herman, look, you look at what his career record is, 43-15, did great things at Houston, was the OC under Urban Meyer before that, has started to turn Texas around. Big Sugar Bowl win last year, 1-2 against Oklahoma, split last year. Also got a win at Houston as well. And, you know, like you said on that third note there, he's rehabbing this Texas program as they try to get back to being one of the best programs in college football.
It's worked so far for Herman.
Yeah.
It's been
the
better
last
than
2 years.
Strong, as I will make note. We just saw some lightning out beyond Dr. Pepper Ballpark. So we'll see what happens here. Again, safety, of course, is the #1 priority. You worried about this game getting through here, Harrison? The wind's picked up, the rain's coming in.
Got a feeling we've seen the last here tonight. I don't think they're going to risk it with lightning in the area. We will see.
We've seen the original projections called for rain as soon as 7 p.m. when it was supposed to be first pitch. We've survived for over an hour here.
Yeah.
But we might get to some changes in the near future.
When the wind flips like that, Tom, that means weather's coming in.
Yep. It's dropped by at least a good 10, 15 degrees. It's a noticeable difference.
Probably around
lightning,
70, 75 degrees right now. It was 90 or 92 when we first got out here.
The lightning picking up. I don't know where it is relative to the actual ballpark. If it's far enough away that they're going to try to continue. If they'll delay, if they'll cancel. When we find out, we will let you guys know. But in the meantime, we'll act as if the game shall go on. Oklahoma leads Texas 14-8. Get a maximum of 5 runs this inning, so entering the 6th, Texas will still be trailing. Jonathan Gray is going to lead things off here for Texas. Had a bit of a rough showing so far tonight, Harrison.
This one, you know, this is all about competition. Lightning in the area, rain is coming soon, and they're going to keep playing here, Tom, as Texas is down 6 in the bottom half of the 5th.
Gray takes that first pitch for a ball.
You can see on the jerseys there how windy it is.
Oh, yeah. It's almost a little bit of a swirling wind, I think, Harrison. I know you guys can't quite see it from your angle on camera here as Gray hits a chopper to short. Fielded, throw, safe, took him off the bag. So a leadoff, I don't know if that's going to count as a single or an error here for Texas. Error. Decision made by the official scorer here, Brett Scott. So Harrison, take a look. This looks like a bit of a swirling wind out there with the flags, the American flag, the Texas flag out at center field as McFarland pops out to second, 1 out.
Yeah, another lightning strike just a moment ago out beyond center field. So we'll see how long they play on here, but we can feel here in the booth, we got the windows open. The wind is picking up significantly.
It's blowing hard. Some of the flags are blowing towards home plate, some to first base, one of which actually blowing out more towards right field. So not a good sign here for the weather at the ballpark.
Yeah, and if you're Roger Clemens here, you want to take this one to right field. That's where the wind is blowing. Try and go opposite field here.
The Rocket takes that pitch inside for a ball. He's already walked once tonight.
They're pitching around him, Tom. I don't like it.
You show your elders and the Rocket some respect. I don't blame him. That one is a walk, so first and second now.
Oh.
Or wait a minute.
Late strike there.
Oh, no, he's just taking the glove off.
Glove boys back.
First and second now, bottom of the 5th. 1 out for Texas. They're going with the Clemens trio here once again. Stepping up to the plate, Cody Clemens. Maybe we can get a grand slam if Cody can get on. Remember last at bat, Casey homered. Cody.
Oh, you got to lean into that one.
Coward.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're down 6. Look, you need base runners.
That pitch short for a ball, so it's a 3-1 count. You take it?
Hitters count.
You can see some of the dust blowing up here, folks, as Cody blasts one, but it's foul. I believe that one cleared the damn ballpark.
That hit the concourse just foul of right field, the little canopy out there. That's the best hit ball of the night.
That was blasted.
That ball was still carrying as it cleared the fence.
Full count. Cody a chopper to first. There's going to be a play at second. It's flubbed. Rocket hustling. He's going to get there, so the bases are loaded.
Here comes Casey Clemens.
Casey Clemens in his last at-bat bombed one
out
into the lazy river.
And they're calling.
Delay. Oh, boy.
Collusion?
No. Oh, boy.
We've got controversy.
So now we'll wait and see.
OU's acting like they've won.
I believe this is the game, folks. We'll see. Lightning has been recorded within 3 miles. They are playing the Oklahoma fight song, so a bit of an anticlimactic finish here, Harrison. Oklahoma wins 14-8.
Bases for the horns. Casey Clemens with the chance. Keep in mind, the cap was at 5 runs there.
It was.
So they couldn't, if you were going to play a shortened game anyway, 5 innings, you couldn't take the lead there anyway. So that might be the reason to go safety over competition here, Tom.
It is unfortunate there, but Oklahoma with their first win.
And they're going to shake hands here, so it's official.
Red River Rivalry Softball Series. They tied the first year. They lost the first year. They win this year 14-8.
Is that an omen for Saturday? It was last year.
It was a bigger win than what we saw.
Yes.
The spread says Oklahoma's favored by more this year.
Yeah, 10.5-point favorites on Saturday. Roger Clemens addressing the crowd right
As
now.
the rain has started, by the way, so I'm going to close our windows here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark because we got some very pricey equipment, and I think I'll get fired if we get water damage on it. Don't want that to happen. But the final in this one, Oklahoma 14, Texas 8, as the rain has started here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. A great showing by Oklahoma, and in hindsight, Harrison, maybe Texas shouldn't have quit the second inning with a shortened ball game.
Knowing the weather's coming, Tom, that second inning proves to be the difference there. If you get even a couple of runs there, you got a chance in the fifth to tie or even take the lead. But being down 6 runs, there wasn't the opportunity to tie or take the lead in that inning.
So Oklahoma wins this one 14-8. A shortened Red River Celebrity Softball game due to inclement weather. We do not get through the 5th inning. Unfortunately for Texas, it ended with bases loaded for Casey Clemens, who had a home run earlier in the game.
Yeah, it's you don't want to see that, obviously. But again, Oklahoma set the tone early in this one. They get 6 in the first inning, never really look back. Texas crawled back into this one, cut it to 9-8, but then Oklahoma with the big 5-run 5th inning put the game out of reach.
Some highlights here from this one, some of the pregame festivities, the ceremonial first pitch. The Sooners, Harrison, they look good tonight. They took advantage. A couple of rough innings, some defensive miscues, but the home run by Kevin Bookout was impressive for sure.
Yeah, early on they got going with the bats, put a 6 spot up in the first inning. Good to see Bob Stoops out there. You saw him catch the ceremonial first pitch. But Oklahoma, they just got out to that big lead, and Texas, again, tried to crawl back. As you see Roger Clemens lining one into left. Casey Clemens hit a home run. They were starting to get back into it. You would have liked to see Casey's last at bat there with the bases loaded, but too much Oklahoma offense early as they go to a 14-8 win in this one. Shortened game, didn't quite get through 5 innings.
This was one of the more interesting plays of the game. The flubbed pop out to Teddy Lehman, but in time for the throw. A nice scoop there by Bookout.
Yeah, good dig there at first base. You see Bob Stoops
with the beard.
signing. Yes, he has been rocking the beard since he left Oklahoma.
That one right there was the blast by Cody Clemens.
Almost got into the lazy river out there in right field.
All right, so that was some of the highlights from this game right there. The Clemens brothers celebrating that home run, but the Sooners took advantage with a big top of the 5th inning, held on for the win. So Oklahoma wins, and now we'll preview a little bit the upcoming game. Oklahoma, Texas, the receivers for the Sooners. The numbers are a little bit lower, but they've been up by so much. Why throw it a ton?
This reminds me a lot of Alabama last year, where by the time the fourth quarter comes around, these guys are either out of the game or they're not throwing the football anywhere. They've got weapons. Keep an eye. We know about CeeDee Lamb. Keep an eye on Charleston Rambo. This guy's averaging 27 yards a catch.
I'm not good at math. Is that good?
That's really good.
Okay.
He's kind of their new Marquise Brown type. You just get this guy in space, challenge Texas secondary vertically in this one. That is a big key for Oklahoma, big play offense.
Now, you know my name theory, Harrison.
Yes.
Charleston Rambo, he's going to be good.
Jaden Hazelwood.
There's no way. A name like Rambo?
CeeDee Lamb.
Awesome names there.
No coincidence there.
Texas, meanwhile, you do not see Colin Johnson on this list because he has been hurt for a good portion of the year. He should be back, though.
I've been really impressed with this receiving corps. Duvernay's had a breakout senior year. Jake Smith, he's the next Jordan Shipley at Texas. He's been awesome to watch. Brennan Eagles, this guy's a terrific young player, the freshman receiver. He's averaging over 20 yards a catch for Texas. So both these teams have big play offenses. Texas a little more methodical in the pass game than OU. OU, you feel like anytime they throw the ball, they could score on any given play. Texas more of an intermediate pass game, like you see Duvernay there, just over 10 yards a catch.
All right, folks, some tackle leaders now for Texas. A couple big names. The safety duo of Caden Stearns, Brandon Jones. It's gifted. Hasn't quite shown up, though, in terms of the passing defense for Texas.
Yeah, it's just been tough for Texas in that secondary because the
cornerbacks.
Corners are struggling. They're young. They're inexperienced. And you got McCullough there in the middle making a lot of tackles. But that's going to be something to watch on Saturday is can these corners – look, they're not going to stop Oklahoma. Can they make their fair share of plays? Can they compete back there? That's going to be the key on Saturday.
In today's football, I'm believing more and more that the best defense is actually just turnovers.
Yeah, if you win the turnover,
give up big plays,
goals.
it's fine. It's fine. Like you're going to give up yards. There are going to be points. Can you get possession swung the other way?
Clamp down inside the 20 and force turnovers.
Exactly.
That's the level of success in defense these days.
Oklahoma, meanwhile, there's one big name up there. Kenneth Murray is fantastic.
Tackling machine, preseason Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. He's been all over the place. Had a huge game in that opener against Houston, over 10 tackles in that one. Look, Alex Grinch has this defense playing much better. Now, they haven't been tested much yet. Their best one so far is Texas Tech, but they totally shut them down, and Tech historically has a good offense. Alan Bowman, of course, out for Texas Tech, the quarterback, so they're playing their backup Jet Duffy, but they're playing better defensively. We'll find out on Saturday, though, if this defense has turned a corner.
Jalen Hurts, meanwhile, he's just looked like a completely different player under Lincoln Riley, especially through the air.
I mean, he's kind of gone from afterthought at Alabama to second-round draft pick. I mean, the way he's throwing the ball in Norman and this passing offense, 1,500 yards through 5 games, 14 TDs, 2 interceptions. And it's not just the numbers, Tom. It's throwing the ball down the field. He never did that before, and he's throwing it on time with accuracy and with velocity. The arm strength looked better. I don't know if this is just Lincoln Riley letting him cut it loose, but he's been fantastic.
He's been also deadly on the ground this year, almost at 500 yards. Does he get to 1,000?
Could be, and if he's 3,500 through the air and 1,000 on the ground, I mean, how does he not win the Heisman Trophy? It's going to be tough to stop the three-peat in Norman.
His counterpart in this one, Sam Ehlinger, who has shown steady growth as the Texas quarterback, I think back to really right around this time last year, probably a week earlier, the Texas-Oklahoma State game. Remember that game where he threw the terrible interception?
When I watch Sam Ehlinger play, I see a guy in complete control of the offense. Calm. He's much better in the pocket. Last year, his big plays through the air were outside the pocket. He's a much better pocket passer there, 70% completion, as you can see. We all know he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. Got to win the turnover on battle on Saturday if you're Texas. He's been great this year.
And then on the ground as well, he's been deadly. Texas, one of their go-to plays this year, especially along the goal line, short field situations, has been the Sam Ehlinger quarterback dive. It's always good for a yard or two.
Yeah, it's the quarterback sweep. Tom Herman loves to run it. It was a key part of Ohio State's offense when he was the play caller up there. They did it at Houston with Greg Ward. Doing it with Sam Ehlinger in Austin as well. Had 16 or 17 rushing touchdowns last year. So they are not afraid to run their quarterback. I would expect to see that on Saturday as well.
And, folks, the Red River Showdown, or Shootout, if you're like me and you prefer that nomenclature. Oklahoma, a 10.5-point favorite. Now, they've won their games on average, Harrison, by almost 40. Which is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean,
part
of it's the schedule. Part of it is this team's really good again this year, and the offense picked up right where it left off with Kyler Murray last year. 10.5 feels about right to me. I would take the points there in Texas if I'm gambling on this game, but I do think Oklahoma is a fairly favorable favorite here. I would pick them to win by 7 to 10 points, but 10.5 against Tom Herman and this Texas team, that feels a little high.
I make this point many a time. I was burned against LSU with a late cover by the Tigers. Texas under Tom Herman, and frankly Herman in general, they are great against the spread when they are the underdog. 10.5, Oklahoma's great. They lost this game in the regular season last year. It's going to be a fantastic showing. 10.5 is too much for me in this one. I don't know if Texas is going to win, but I like them to cover the spread in this one. And historically speaking, it's been close of late, Harrison.
Yeah, and last year, I mean, even in the Big 12 title game, 39-27, that was a late score by Kyler Murray to put that game away. That was back and forth throughout that contest. They clinched their spot in the college football playoff with that one. We know what happened in October last year. Texas came out firing early. Kyler Murray tried to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. Cameron Dicker with the 40-yard field goal to win it.
Dicker, the kicker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic
And then in
finish.
2017, it was Tom Herman's first year. This was the classic. Texas is a big dog, but can they pull the upset? Didn't quite get it done. Baker Mayfield and company closed it out.
So Oklahoma has won the Oklahoma versus Texas Red River Celebrity Softball game 14-8. A couple big runs early. That fifth inning was huge for Oklahoma. Unfortunately, as you can see, inclement weather has canceled this game early. Texas was going to be capped at 5 runs. I am disappointed, though. We could have seen a second home run by Casey Clemens. Bases loaded. Texas was not going to win. The rules were the rules there. But a big win for Oklahoma, their first win of this series in 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they're looking to make it a double win this weekend against Texas on Saturday, 11 a.m. kick here in Dallas.
Our MVP of this one, folks, we'll get to it in just a second here, but Oklahoma, it's Daniel McCutcheon, had that beautiful inside-the-park home run, 2 for 2, a couple of RBIs. He looked fantastic, and I believe in his first showing he was not here last year.
Yeah, smoked that ball to left center, caromed off the wall towards center field, and he was able to come all the way around and
I
score.
believe they call that a frozen rope.
Yes, absolutely. Pitch from Oklahoma in the mid-2000s, as you can see, bounced around the minor leagues. But good showing from him tonight. Good showing from a lot of Sooners. Who was the guy that Bookout hit
Kevin
the home run?
Bookout again had a
early in this
fantastic
game.
showing. Looking to the other,
They made a lot of plays defensively.
They
too,
did make
Tom.
some nice plays.
That second inning, they really shut things down.
Craig Aiken, honorable mention there as well. He hit the solo shot to open up the game. A fantastic opening to this game. A blast home run. You couldn't have asked for anything better there to open up the game.
Yeah, several home runs tonight, which is always what we all want to see. And as you guys can see, game was cut short because of the rain.
And for those of you just now tuning in here, we're sorry. As you can tell, the game is over. We're not going to get to the 6th or 7th inning. Oklahoma has won this one, called early due to very bad weather here in Frisco. Lightning, heavy rain. The Sooners win 14-8 over Texas in the Red River Celebrity Softball game. For Harrison Graham, I am Tom Downey. Big shout out to our production staff as well. Brett Scott, Alicia Bostic, Dylan, James, got Jimmy somewhere. I don't know where Jimmy is right now. They all did a fantastic job tonight. Mitch as well.
He's
I almost forgot
drinking
about Mitch.
somewhere,
Mitch is
probably.
drinking somewhere. Of course he is there. Oklahoma wins 14-8. We thank you all for stopping by tonight. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube.